Hey, this is Dr. Lisabeth Saunders Medlock from Life by Design Coaching, and this is your life coaching tip of the week for August 22nd, 2011. Today I'm going to talk about changing your attitude towards money. I've talked about financial management before. This is something completely different, of really thinking differently about money. And some of the things I'm going to be talking about today come from Dave Ellis's book, Human Being. He writes a whole big chapter, multiple chapters with lots of different exercises around money and spending and financial management in his book, Human Being. There's 4 different things he says to really work on when it comes to money. And one is to really change your attitude about the way that you spend your money, your approach to money. And the thing to do is really examine, does the way you spend your money fall in line with what you say you value and what you say your goals are? So at the end of the month, keep track of your expenses and go back and look and say, okay, this is what I spent money on, and see how it meshes up with what you say you value and what you say your goals are and what's important to you. Because what you'll find a lot of times that what you're spending money on has nothing to do with what you say you value in life. And if you spend money based on your values and your goals, you're going to find that the way that you spend your money changes and gets you further in life, because it's helping you to live out your dreams and achieve your goals and also be in line with your values. That's the first thing, is to really spend based on what you say you value and what you say your goals are, and not just kind of those, ooh, I want this, or instant gratification kind of items. The second thing to remember is that doing good money management really creates freedom. Some people think it limits freedom because you're spending less or you're putting more in savings, you're not buying the things you say you want to buy. But what you don't realize is doing things like I've talked about before, like putting away 10% of your salary, paying money into retirement, having 6 months of salary put to the side in case of emergencies. What'll happen is when you have those emergencies, you can pay for them. When that big medical bill comes in, when you lose your job, you'll think, well, that's okay. I have 6 months, I have a year worth of salary put away. You're not going to be completely stressed because you have no money at all. So managing your money and actually limiting your spending creates freedom. The third thing is to spend less money instead of try to earn more money. What they found is that when you earn more money, people tend to still spend more money. As your earnings increase, people tend to spend money based on their earnings, so they don't actually save more money. And what people try to do is they try to get jobs based on their spending. So, oh, this is how much I have to earn based on what I'm spending. But when people earn more money, they tend to spend more money. And so the idea is you can spend less money and not have to earn more money. That's really the way you should look at it. Not have to go get a job that pays more, but to simplify your life and think about what can you spend less on. And again, go back to what is the difference between what I want and what I really need, what goes in line with my values, how can I cut things down that are unnecessary expenses? Because a lot of times you'll find that a lot of your expenses are unnecessary. You can cut down your bills, you can cut down payments, you can negotiate credit card rates, and really look at spending less money instead of saying, oh, I need to earn more money to pay for what I'm spending. That's kind of a backwards way of going towards it. And then the fourth thing is to really go out and talk about it. I think people tend to keep secrets about money. If you go out and you talk to a financial planner or a money manager, or even talk to a friend, and you really are honest about, okay, this is what I make, this is what I spend, this is what I'm really bad at, this is what I'm really good at, and you really are honest about it, it helps you to reflect on it and change the way you think about money, and sometimes change the way you act on money. Because it's kind of like you've disclosed your dirty little secrets about money to somebody else. So talk about it, get it out there, and you'll find that your attitudes will change. And then do an exercise and take some steps. And when you ask yourself some key questions, and the key questions you want to ask yourself is, when it comes to money, the way I feel is, and complete the sentence, the thing that I do the least well around my money is, the thing I tend to do well in managing money is, and then my definition of financial success is, and define what you think financial success is. And when you start with those 4 basic questions, it'll get you on the road to really take some steps around managing your money. So today we're talking about managing money and changing attitudes around money, and come back next week for another life coaching tip of the week. Thanks. Have a great week.